Hello, welcome to Astronautics for Exploit. This is Dr. Ayanshola Ogundele. Imagine small satellite market, a multi-billion-dollar market. The focus points of my presentation are as follows. Small satellite market segmentation, small satellite market limiting factor, and small satellite market investment drivers. The new space revolution, a cusp of revolution in the aerospace industry, is ushering in a new era of space exploration, investigation of the universe through crewed and uncrewed spacecraft for the benefit of humankind. As a result of the revolution, new companies are cropping up and are doing space business in an agile fashion, in contrary to what is obtainable traditionally. Small satellites are one of the driving forces behind the new space revolution of the exploration of outer space. Private space companies, universities, and research centers and small satellites are contributing immensely to the democratization of the access to space. Through the use of small satellites, the small satellite market is helping to improve internet delivery to the uncovered and remote areas of the earth, to create new opportunities to improve earth observation, in orbit servicing, in orbit space manufacturing, and space economy at large. Small satellites are better suited for satellite constellations, due to being less costly than the traditional larger satellites, and can also be easily mass-produced. Small satellite market is segmented into satellite mass, orbit, frequency, applications, subsystems, and end use. Its investment drivers are identified as low-cost small satellites, easy assemblage and launch, increase in space exploration missions, mass production, increase in demand for LEO-based applications, and easy integration. In the year 2020, the number of small satellites launched worldwide was reported to be about 1,202, which represented a more than threefold increase in comparison to the small satellites launched in the year 2019, which was estimated to be 389. Also, it has been forecasted that the small satellite segment is expected to lead the small satellite market from 2021 to 2026. According to projection, the small satellite market is expected to grow from $3.1 billion in 2021 to $7.4 billion by the year 2026. Small satellite market. Small satellites are significantly more cost-effective than larger satellites and easier to produce. Because of these advantages, they are better suited for constellations, groups of satellites working together as a system. The most common orbit for small satellites is low Earth orbit, with an altitude between 160 and 320 kilometers above the Earth. Its proximity to the Earth provides a better positioning for capturing images. This picture shows artist's concept briefcase-sized lunar flashlight spacecraft using its near-infrared lasers to shine light into shaded polar regions on the Moon so as to look for water ice. Small satellite launch. Statista reported that in 2020, the number of small satellites launched worldwide was 1,202, which represented a more than threefold increase in comparison to the small satellites launched in 2019, which was estimated to be about 389. The astronomical increase in small satellite launching can be attributed to advancement in technology, cost reduction, and easy launching and manufacturing. Artist rendering of a cluster of CubeSats and small satellites is shown in this picture. Trends of small satellite market. The small satellite market is projected to grow from $3.1 billion in 2021 to $7.4 billion by 2026 at a CAGR of 19.4%. It has been forecasted that a small satellite segment is expected to lead the small satellite market from 2021 to 2026. This picture shows artist rendering of Momentor's figure moving a satellite to a new location in low Earth orbit. Small satellite market segmentation. The various small satellite market segmentation are as follows: satellite mass, satellite orbit, satellite frequency, satellite applications, satellite subsystems, and satellite end use. Segmentation based on satellite mass. Depending on the intended applications, the size and cost of a spacecraft varies. Based on mass, the small satellite market is segmented into small satellite and CubeSat. Small spacecraft are spacecraft with a mass less than about 180 kilograms. This picture shows an artist's concept of spaceflight Sherpa in orbit. Segmentation based on satellite mass. Depending on the intended applications, the size and cost of spacecraft varies greatly. This picture shows a design demonstration of Smallsat networks, mission spacecraft in swarm formation. Satellite classification. Satellite can be classified as follows: extra heavy satellite, which is more than 7,000 kilograms, heavy satellite between 5,401 to 7,000 kilograms, large satellite 4,201 to 5,400 kilograms, intermediate satellite 2,501 to 4,200 kilograms, medium satellite 1,201 to 2,500 kilograms, small satellite 601 to 1,200 kilograms. While the small sats are classified as follows: mini satellite ranges between 201 to 600 kilograms, microsatellite ranges between 11 to 200 kilograms, nanosatellite 1.1 to 10 kilograms, picosatellite 0.1 to 1 kilograms, and femtosatellite 0.01 to 0.09 kilograms. This picture shows TROPICS, a new NASA Earth observing mission which was designed to study the insights of hurricanes with a constellation of 12 CubeSats. Segmentation based on satellite orbit. With respect to the satellite orbit, the Smallsats market is divided into low Earth orbit, medium Earth orbit, geostationary Earth orbit, sun-synchronous orbit, and lunar orbit. The picture here shows Revan CubeSat, which was designed to demonstrate new technologies for measuring Earth's energy balance. Segmentation based on frequency. With regards to frequency, the Smallsats market is divided into L-band, S-band, C-band, X-band, Ku-band, Ka-band, Kv-band, HF, VHF, UHF band, and laser optical band. This picture shows student-built CubeSats being released from the International Space Station's Kibo model. Segmentation based on satellite subsystems. Based on satellite subsystem, the Smallsats market is divided into satellite balls, payloads, satellite antennas, solar panels, and a host of others. This picture shows NASA's Makobi CubeSat's image of Mars from a distance of 6,000 kilometers as it flew past the planet shortly after the landing of InSight spacecraft. Segmentation based on satellite end use. The end use segmentation of Smallsats includes commercial, government, and military. This picture shows twin spacecraft channels project, which was designed to study the formation and evolutionary implications for small rubble binary asteroids. Small satellite market limiting factor. The small satellite industry market is increasing at a rapid pace, but availability of timely services is a major bottleneck. Small size launch providers are developing advanced technologies that will be cost effective and provide faster service delivery. This picture shows two Planet Labs CubeSats partitioned from the International Space Station's cube model. Small satellite launch vehicle, a limiting factor. A small lift launch vehicle is a rocket orbital launch vehicle which is capable of lifting up to 2,000 kilograms of payload into low Earth orbit. This picture shows an artist's image of a robotic refueler approaching an orbiting satellite. Small size ride share. Presently, the options for small sat launch are limited to ride shares as secondary payloads on rockets launching large satellites. Piggyback launch. Although the piggyback launch has the advantage of low price, but it implies a defined orbit and eventually delays for the launch of the prime spacecraft. This picture shows an artist concept of Leo night space robot at right, working on a small satellite in orbit. Small satellite market investment drivers. There are various drivers which are driving small satellite market. An example of them are low-cost small satellites, easy assembly and launch of small satellites, increase in space exploration missions, small satellite mass production, increase in demand for LEO-based applications, and small satellite easy integration. Small satellite low cost is one of the market investment drivers. The small satellite market investment drivers are underlying forces that are aiding evolution of small satellite market. Economic cost reduction. Low-cost satellites, such as small satellites or nanosatellites, are low in mass and size and are specially designed to reduce the high economic cost of launch vehicles and cost of construction. This picture shows artist's concept of the Restore Air spacecraft with the Landsat 7 satellite for an in-orbit refueling demonstration. Low-cost small satellite. The reduced cost of small satellites are enabling launching of satellite constellations into low Earth orbit and providing an efficient platform for research and training purposes, especially in the developing economies due to availability of low funds. Low-cost satellite market. The global low-cost satellite market revenue is boosting due to increased demand for low-cost small satellites. This picture shows an artist's concept of a NASA tracking and data relay satellite in orbit. Easy assembly and launch of small satellites. is also one of the small satellite market investment driver. Small satellites are easy to manufacture and launch. Several missions to the moon and beyond are planning to use CubeSats because of their low cost. This is one of the driving forces for small satellite markets. This picture shows a rocket's eye view of a stack of SpaceX Starlink satellites before orbital deployment. CubeSats, a class of miniaturized satellite based around a form factor consisting of 10 centimeters cubes with a mass of no more than 2 kilograms per unit, often use commercial off-the-shelf components for their electronics and structure. The commercial off-the-shelf products help the miniaturization of the satellite and is a driving force for small satellite market. This picture shows artist's view of the star's subsatellites in deployed configuration. Increase in space exploration missions is one of the small satellite market investment drivers. Small satellites are radically remaking space exploration and the world into an era of faster, low-cost exploration. Use of less costly small satellites. Instead of spending a decade or longer planning and developing a mission and spending hundreds of millions or billions of dollars, the use of less costly small satellites is revolutionizing solar system exploration and thereby driving the small satellite market. This picture shows ESA's ERA mission with its CubeSats in orbit around its target asteroids. Small satellite mass production is another factor which is aiding increase in investment opportunity. Unprecedented automation, software-defined designs, and modular systems are helping in achieving mass production of small satellites for low Earth orbit. OneWeb and Airbus haven't taken a highly automated approach. OneWeb and Airbus Defence and Space have successfully achieved mass manufacturing of satellites. This is one of the activities helping to drive small satellite market investment. This picture shows illustration of that spacecraft and Licia cube prior to impact at the Didymos binary system. Increase in demand for LEO-based applications is another small satellite market investment drivers. Demand for low-cost small satellites with increased capacity for enterprise data, retail and banking, energy sector, oil, gas and mining, and governments in industrialized countries is growing at astronomical rate. This picture shows Lucy mission, which was designed to study the Trojan asteroids in a bid to shed light on the formation of the solar system. There is increase in demand for low-cost broadband among individual consumers in less developed countries and rural areas, which may not have access to the internet. These market expectations are driving investments in smallsat-based low Earth orbit constellations. This picture shows artist rendering of the GOM S4 pair information around Earth. Ease of integration is another important investment driver. Small satellites are easy to integrate with modern and advanced technology. Small satellites benefit from the constant improvement in price and performance being achieved by the consumer electronics industry, especially in smartphone technology. This picture shows concept art of the Orbit Fab Tanker 002, a geostationary propellant depot able to supply hydrogen to spacecraft on orbit. For more information, you can type astronautics for exploit. You've been watching and listening to Emerging Small Satellite Market, a multi-billion-dollar market, presented by Dr. Anyashola Ogundele. Thank you.